Ultra-processed foods have become so woven into daily life that it is almost difficult to imagine a world without them. From brightly colored packaged snacks to sweetened drinks and instant meals, they have become the default fuel for many young people. Yet, emerging research suggests that this dependence may be more harmful than previously understood, particularly when it comes to the developing teenage brain. A new neuroimaging study has raised serious concerns, demonstrating that heavy consumption of ultra-processed snacks may alter reward circuits in the adolescent brain, affecting impulse control, emotional balance, and long-term eating patterns. Teenage years are a uniquely vulnerable period for brain development. The reward system, largely driven by dopamine pathways, is highly active while the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for judgment, decision-making, and self-control, is still maturing. This natural imbalance already makes adolescents more attracted to risk-taking and instant rewards. The new findings suggest that ultra-processed foods may exploit this vulnerable architecture, reinforcing patterns of overeating in much the same way addictive substances do. Neuroimaging scans revealed stronger activation of reward centers and weaker communication with brain regions that regulate cravings when teenagers were exposed to highly processed snacks compared to whole foods. This suggests a biological shift. The brain may begin to expect intensely engineered flavors, becoming less satisfied by natural foods and more dependent on artificial stimulation. The consequences are not just immediate concerns about weight gain or dental problems. Researchers warn that altered reward circuits could shape lifelong eating behavior, making it harder to develop a stable and healthy relationship with food. When the brain becomes accustomed to the fast dopamine spikes produced by ultra-processed snacks, loaded with added sugars, refined fats, salt, and flavor enhancers, it may gradually lose sensitivity to everyday pleasures and real hunger signals. Over time, teens may feel compelled to eat more frequently, even when not hungry, simply to chase the same neurological reward. This pattern increases the risk of emotional eating, binge episodes, and difficulty stopping once a craving begins. While the long-term research is still developing, early findings point to worrying trends. Higher consumption of ultra-processed foods in adolescence has already been associated with increased symptoms of anxiety, low mood, and sleep disturbances. Some scientists argue that the metabolic roller coaster created by frequent spikes and crashes in blood sugar may amplify stress responses and disrupt hormonal rhythms. Others warn that additives like artificial sweeteners and emulsifiers may disturb gut bacteria, which play a critical role in mental health and immunity. These effects can quietly accumulate, making the damage difficult to detect until something becomes clinically visible, such as metabolic syndrome or attention difficulties. The social environment makes change even more challenging. Ultra-processed snacks are aggressively marketed to young people through bright packaging, influencers, sponsorship of youth sports, and placement near checkout lines where impulse buying is unavoidable. They are cheap, convenient, and engineered to be comforting. Many parents struggle to compete with a food industry equipped with behavioral science and billion-dollar advertising budgets. The result is a generation whose dietary habits may be shaped more by corporate strategy than by physiological hunger or nutritional needs. The warning from researchers is clear. While occasional consumption is not catastrophic, regular reliance on ultra-processed foods may set adolescents on a path that is difficult to reverse. Healthy eating becomes less about discipline and more about rewiring a brain that has been conditioned to crave the most stimulating options available. Without early intervention through nutrition education, clearer labeling, reduced marketing to minors, and environments that make whole foods easier choices, young people risk entering adulthood with eating patterns driven by addiction like neural pathways rather than mindful decision-making. The study's findings are not meant to create panic, but they call for seriousness. Protecting youth health may require acknowledging that the challenge is not simply about willpower or calories. It is about understanding that the teenage brain is still under construction, and ultra-processed foods may be shaping that construction in ways that undermine resilience, self-control, and well-being. The sooner society recognizes the neurological cost of convenience and pleasure on demand, the better chance future generations have of reclaiming natural eating instincts before they are permanently rewired.